Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Pat and I have an awesome seed to show you guys. I know I haven't done a seed video in a really long time. I actually haven't been able to find one I thought was good enough to make a video on, but I was setting up for a mod review and I went into the Nether and I spawned right in a fortress, and that has actually never happened to me before, so I was like, this has got to be an awesome seed. So I checked it out and there was so much cool stuff I thought I had to make a video on it. It was probably the best seed that I've ever seen. So I'm going to go over all the cool stuff that's in it. In the description I'll have all the exact places and locations of everything because it's going to be really hard to show like the exact numbers in the video, so it'll all be in the description for you guys. But I will go over the seed right now. The seed is 689-086-363-812-62-14101, and that'll be in the description as well. So all the stuff this has to offer is a nether fortress basically at spawn. It has 3 blaze spawners in it. There's 3 villages, 3 desert pyramids, 1 jungle temple, a really awesome mineshaft, a stronghold, and a really epic hills biome. It's really great. The structures are amazing. I set up a bunch of command blocks around this so it would be really easy to make our way through and show you guys everything. This is exactly where we spawn. So you're going to spawn right here, and to make the nether portal, all you have to do is basically go down over here and just past the water. I'll of course have this in the description as well. So this is where you're going to build the portal, and it'll put you right inside the fortress. If you do build it right over there, it'll just be a little bit away from the fortress, but it's much cooler to actually spawn inside the fortress itself. So yeah, it's a huge fortress, by the way. I mean, this is actually a really massive fortress. It goes that way, and it also goes this way as well, so it's like a ton to explore. I only found 3 blaze spawners, but there could be many more. It's just really hard to navigate these places, at least for me. So the first one is right here. There's 1 blaze spawner right here, and you'll see that they're all completely different. Go to the second one. This is the second blaze spawner right here, and there is a third one as well. And this is the 3rd blaze spawner. There could be more. Guys, if you see something that I missed, feel free to, make a comment and mention that I missed it, because there could be like 5 for all I know. It's just really hard to go through the whole thing and to find every exact location. Some of this stuff is actually really close to spawn, but other a little bit further away, but it's really worth showing anyway. And this is the first pyramid. It's actually a little bit underground. We'll go in, we'll check it out, I'll show you guys exactly what's in them. And some of this stuff is really great. There's lots of emeralds, diamonds, and some useful enchants as well. But in this one, okay, so there's some gold. And here, more gold, iron ingots. And here, 3 emeralds. That's good. And 2 diamonds. And also, there's an enchanted book with projectile projection 4. I mean, that's a good enchant. That's a good enchant, really. So that's some good stuff. 2 diamonds, 3 emeralds, and projectile projection 4. Alright, guys, here is the second pyramid, and it's a little bit further above ground. And there's also some cool stuff in this one as well. So let's get in here and check it out. Alright, let's break this so I don't explode it. I've done it before. I've been in these things, like in a video, trying to make one and just exploded. Everything's awful. Alright, this one has Infinity 1, this enchanted book. I mean, that is really useful. If you have my luck, you can never get that damn enchant. I'm always trying to enchant a bow, and it gets power 1, power 1, power 1. I can never get Infinity. I can never get anything, really. Infinity 1, awesome. Alright, and also some gold ingots. More gold ingots, and another diamond. So a diamond, and you get Infinity 1. That's pretty awesome. Alright, guys, here is the 3rd pyramid, and this one actually spawns in the water, so I thought that was kind of cool. It's a little bit unique compared to the other pyramids. So we'll get in here and check this one out as well. Alright, let me get rid of this, being safe. Some gold ingots. Here's another enchanted book, and this one with punch too. That's not too bad either. There's some really good enchanted books in these, which is really useful. Some more gold ingots, and just another iron ingot. So not as much in this one, but still, an enchanted book that's pretty useful that you can use. Alright, guys, we made it to the jungle temple now, and this is actually a really cool one. So we're going to check this out. There's a few different things in here, so we'll break this over here. I almost went the wrong way, actually. Okay, so in here there's 3 more emeralds, so we're up to 6 emeralds in total, so there's lots of good stuff really in these. I mean, emeralds are pretty rare, so it's great to see 3 of them like that. And here is 2 more, so 5 emeralds in this pyramid alone. I mean, that in itself makes this a good seed. Alright, guys, here's the 2nd jungle temple. I actually thought there was only one, but then I noticed there was a 2nd one, so let's get this one checked out as well. Let's get in here and see what there is to offer us. Alright, so the first chest over here, it has a couple iron ingots and some gold ingots, so not too much there, but there is 1 more chest, and this one's actually pretty good. Alright, this one has 2 more emeralds, so there's actually 10 emeralds in total in this seed in these things, so that's pretty awesome. I'm sure we can all agree that it's not an epic seed without an awesome place to build, and this is where it is, guys. There's an epic hill biome right here, and there's actually a pumpkin patch here in case you need some pumpkins, but the cool thing about this is that it actually is like, it's so mountainous. I mean, it's a hill biome, of course, but I mean, the mountains are like never ending here. I feel like they go on and on forever, and there's just so many high spots, so many great spots for building. And we'll just head this way. There's even a cool waterfall over here, and there's a cool spot like surrounded by water, which I'm trying to make my way to as it's loading. This is probably my favorite spot right here. It's like this huge spot all the way up on the mountains, and it's right around the water. I just think it looks really cool. It'd be an awesome spot to build something like, you know, some buildings up here surrounded by the water. I think it would just look really great. Just looking back at it, guys, you can see how many mountains there are. I mean, obviously there's hills and hill biomes, but this is so many mountains like clustered together. I just think it looks awesome. Alright guys, now we are at a mine shaft that's in a ravine, and this has so many spawners in it. There's so many spider spawners, and there's also a skeleton spawner as well. Right when you go in, you're going to be able to get down right to here, and there is a skeleton spawner. If I could not fail this any worse, there's a skeleton spawner right here. And there are so many cave spider spawners. I mean, this would be an awesome spot for maybe like some kind of mob trap thing or experience farm. Like, there's maybe 15 spider spawners here, like 15 literally. Here's a treasure chest, a bucket, some iron ingots, and a saddle. So always cool to get a saddle. I mean, those aren't that easy to get. And right here is another one as well, another treasure chest. This one's got some bread, some ingots, and some redstone. I'm not going to show every single spawner because there's just so many. There may be 20. So there's seriously that many spawners, like, in this mineshaft. The most I've ever seen in one, definitely by far. So I set up these torches so I'd be able to go back and forth. There is another spider spawner there. Alright guys, and if you head over this way, here's another treasure chest. This one's got some bread, it's got some pumpkin seeds and melon seeds. I mean, melon seeds, another one of those things, not very easy to get, so I thought it would be worth showing this. Alright guys, so I figured I'd show you a few more. There's one right there. There's one right there. There is one over here. I think there is more this way as well. There's a ton, really. There's so many that it's not even worth showing all of them. But I swear, there is more than 10 spider spawners. Since they're so, like, clustered in this area, you can actually probably make some kind of great trap or something like that. Alright guys, now there's 3 different villages to show you. And this is the first one in the desert. It's actually a really big village. One of them is really tiny, but 2 of them have blacksmiths. There isn't anything really spectacular in the chest, but it's just cool to see villages. It adds more to the game. Plus, you got all those emeralds to trade with, so it's going to be really useful to actually see these. Okay guys, here is the second village, and this one's a bit smaller, but it does have a blacksmith, so if you happen to, you know, get here early in the game, you might be able to get something useful out of it. There isn't too much in the chest, but, you know, it's worth checking out anyway. So what there is there's a little bit of food, there's an apple, an iron chest plate, and 6 oak saplings. So if you happen to check this out really early in your world, at least you'd get some armor and a little bit of food. Alright guys, here is the final village, and this one is actually really tiny, probably one of the smaller villages I've seen, but even though it's a small village, it does have a blacksmith, so we will check that out. There isn't too much in it, but you know, it's just cool to see these things. I feel like it adds so much to the world, just to see villages and stuff like that. And in here there is a iron leggings, there is 2 apples, some oak saplings, and some iron ingots. Alright guys, so the last thing I wanted to show you was the Stronghold. And the Stronghold actually isn't that far from spawn, so you can definitely check it out if you want to go to a Stronghold. I'm not going to go through the whole thing and look through all the treasures and stuff. I actually did that off camera, and I couldn't find anything that was really worth showing in the video. I didn't want to waste time in the video, you know, looking at like apples and stuff in the chest. But if you want to check it out, guys, the seed is in the description, and all this stuff is. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.